are just a couple miles east of the LAX airport, just off the 405 and the 105 at the beautiful SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the Houston Texans and the Los Angeles Chargers. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? This one taken just inside the 10. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Pierce. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Well, this defense for the Chargers, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
Davis now. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Chargers are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ballgame.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football, but at the same time you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the 1st.
Partner, is that what you call a quick hitter? That was actually a bolt of lightning, wasn't it? Right out of the gate.
And, of course, on the heels of him winning AFC Offensive Player of the Week 1 week ago. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. So, Charles, offensively, this group really playing at a high level, 7-0. And we're still a long ways from discussing a potential unbeaten season, I think. But to use a golf expression, no blemishes on the card, at least to this point.
Yeah, unlike my teenage years where there were blemishes everywhere and the dermatologist was on speed dial. But I do think that they're going to have to start answering questions about this start if they keep winning games. You and I both know, we in the media will start to obsess about it and wonder, can they take it all the way to an undefeated season?
You were telling me this yesterday. That's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. A hand handoff as they run the counter play. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 53 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable. Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you. On third down, they're going to run for it here. And he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. A great effort there. That's his 18th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Chargers use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2? Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Operating from the gun, Davis. He'll get this into the hands of Nico Collins. So the completion good for 7 there. And now 2 yards to go on third down. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Pierce will try to pick it up. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see. Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him. Now a play fake here on first down. He'll buy some time right. He's got it to Collins, complete. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game. 1st and 10, it's Pierce. As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses. And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play? This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Going for it with Pierce. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game. And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game. The Charger drive about to get going. And they, as mentioned, unbeaten to this point in the year, but you think this game, their toughest test yet.
I absolutely do, because to me, this is a good measuring stick game because they've been able to take advantage of the schedule. But here, this is another team leading its division with an eye on making a Super Bowl run, so this game is crucial.
And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that, and here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game, and all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
Room here to run. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one goes for 24 yards. First catch of this game, a big one. Of course, he had the big performance last week when he was AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
Yeah, but that was so last week, wasn't it? I mean, look at what he's doing now. I think he's trying to exceed what he did in that game and continue to ascend in this season.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. And after his performance last week, everybody saw it. Unbelievable. You can expect a heavy dose of him again, I think.
Without a doubt. I mean, why wouldn't you? Because once you establish yourself that way, it's not just him, okay? It's his offensive line, it's the tight end, it's your wide receivers, everyone now sharing in the load and sharing in the belief that if they do their job, they'll see another performance just like they saw the week before.
And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
I really like what he did there because he took his practice work and converted it to game action because he used his hands, got off the block, worked laterally and stayed to the outside, and finished off the runner for a loss.
And looking at Houston defensively, they've got a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down. And this one is right through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they entered play on a 2-game win streak, and then they've got the open date on their schedule next week. So this is a group that's really looking to hit the break on a high note.
And this will obviously be a tough game for them. But go ahead and play this out with me, partner. If they win here and make it 3 in a row, they get to heal up after that. You've got to think that's an ideal setup and a worthy goal to play for in this one.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. Davis going for the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest with a guy with that type of speed. You do so. Send him deep. Try to throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. Touchdown, Houston. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. The Charger drive about to get going. And there, of course, was a lot of talk about this ball game coming into play. 2 division leaders in the AFC. Could this be a potential? And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Justin Herbert, 62 yards. And the Chargers have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 17-10 score. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does.
There he goes, left side. 20. Touchdown, Texans. That pass also evens the ledger for the rookie quarterback. Had the interception earlier, and now he gets the touchdown throw.
The ideal touchdown-interception ratio is, what, 3-to-1 for the best quarterbacks? But he's a rookie. Just getting back to even is a big deal. Increases the confidence his teammates have in him as he tries to become their leader.
17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. 1 play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Able to find his man, John Phillips. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 85 yards rushing for him so far in this one as he nears 1,400 for the year.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game, back to the ground. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times. And what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Herbert wants to throw it on 3rd and 1. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
They snap it to Herbert. And that's caught. It's Bryan Edwards. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. To the 39-yard line. So the 4th down conversion has him inside the 40 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Hands it off out of the gun. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Not a big run, not an explosive run, but they've held the ball for plenty of plays on this drive. They're just trying to impose their will on the defense right now.
The Chargers on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Here's Herbert. Open man is the tight end, Noah Gray. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Herbert operating from the red zone. And he just throws this one away. That was a bit strange, and here comes the flag. Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. Now keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Texans are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Well, really not much secret there. Third and long, Charles, and he was looking to throw the football. And I would imagine as a defender, you're kind of salivating in that spot, right?
You certainly are, because third and long situations, they tip the scale towards the defense every single time. Now you're actually able to dictate and understand what the offense is trying to do. You know where the first down marker is. You set your defense that way, and maybe you can be a little more aggressive in certain situations because of that. You start focusing on your coverage assignment, and when the ball's released, you break on it and make a play, as we just saw there.
Davis's pass complete to Tyler Lockett. It's a pickup of 6. It brings up 2nd and 4.
Working with a 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, here's Pierce. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
That was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Swings this one out wide for Pierce. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big play there on the catch and run, and it'll result in a fresh set of downs. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Pierce takes it straight ahead. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, here's Pierce. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. 117 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he will have a touchdown. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Texans have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. And Johnson's extra point up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Charger drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand. So we have reached halftime here. It's the visitors, the Texans, out in front. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? And we welcome you back now alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn getting set for quarter number 3 here. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. The Charger drive about to get going.
Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 49-yard line. Herbert now. He's got his 6'5 receiver. That's Tim Patrick. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's another first down on what will be a gain of 21 yards.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that?
Finding Gray going across the field.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 23 here on the year.
And the Chargers are an extra point away from evening this one up.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that will tie us at 24. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
After that last touchdown we just saw, Charles, we got ourselves a brand new ball game all tied here in the 3rd as they have their first possession of this second half.
And Brandon, this drive is all about one word to me, and that's the word answer, because they're trying to answer the momentum the other offense picked up in tying the game, because not only if they score and they feel better about themselves, they'll retake the lead and maybe set the tone for the rest of the half, keeping them in the driver's seat.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
He's got his man. It's Pierce.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
When teams practice their plays during the week, they're hoping that it's going to pay off on game day. So it sure has to feel good for them when they hit them during a game, and they hit that one there for big yardage.
Davis on 1st and 10. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Chris Rumph, give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
128 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Here's Davis to throw on 3rd down. He hits his target, Lockett. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
A very nice job right there, working the middle of the field, able to create some separation and then utilize it to not just make the catch, but turn upfield once he got the ball in his hands.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down.
He's going to try and take off with it.
And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Pierce gets this one running right.
And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
Early down stuff to put this offense in precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-body guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw. Davis.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down. Field goal unit and Brian Johnson out there.
That's just 32 yards officially from the right hash.
And Johnson's kick is good,
and they have regained the lead.
So a response there to the touchdown, the opening drive of this 3rd quarter, as they're able to reclaim the lead.
And I think you'll take that because obviously you'd like to be able to match them touchdown for touchdown, but the first order of business is to get the lead back, and they've done that. Now you want to give a good pep talk to your defense to take it from there.
The Charger drive about to get going.
And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. DJ Reader there on the tackle.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Herbert. Finding the open man, and that's Tim Patrick. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 42. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 42-yard line.
And here's a handoff out of the gun. Down to about the 37.
Can see this quite a bit on running plays with the guys out wide. A lot of times, though, it doesn't get caught.
You're exactly right, because it's away from the play usually, so a lot of it goes undetected. But I know this will surprise you. I coach some receivers in the offseason. We work a lot on hand placement and blocking downfield. Might want to take that course.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
And they will finally get him to the ground at the Texans' 8. 31 yards there and a first down. He had his eyes on the end zone once he hit the secondary, but they're finally able to slow him down.
Yeah, and I've got to look at this one from the defensive point of view. You just mentioned finally able to slow him down. They've got to figure out a way to make that at the point of attack, at the line of scrimmage, because once he gets through, he's shredding them.
They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Chargers have retaken a 3rd-quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Give to Pierce now the option. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been very good. 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Operating from the gun, Davis. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's Cameron Johnston now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. It's taken to the 26.
A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt.
And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going.
Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
If they're able to come back to tie or win this game, I think this is a play that we're going to look back on as the game changer. They really changed the tone and what the opposition wanted to do when they're trying to run some time off the clock and add to its lead late in this contest.
They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down.
Naturally so. The defense was keyed in on everyone but the back on that play, and it took them an extra second to react when he got the carry. It's still a tough third down to pick up here, but a lot more manageable after an excellent carry on second down.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Back to throw here, Herbert.
And this pass caught by Gray. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
Meanwhile, Herbert's throw caught by Gray.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Good yardage after the catch as that play good for 30 and a first. Offense just continues to reign supreme. Big plays, both sides, back and forth. Tough to keep track of.
It certainly is, and I'm over here just marveling at what I'm seeing. It's tough for you, though. You got to call all these big plays and have all this emotion each time they go at each other.
Tackled by the quarterback, Derek Stingley.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a third and about 5.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive could take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Here's Herbert. And he's got it. Touchdown.
Noah Gray.
His first touchdown on the year.
And the Chargers add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Point after, right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. Davis. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Jordan. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. First target, first catch, and a first down. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be 2nd down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. Third down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. They'll look to throw again. Now Davis fumbles it. Offensively lucky they were able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. One, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But two, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw.
He's got his man, Thornton. And he is going to have a Texans first down, as that'll be a gain of 15 on 4th.
The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
So this offense able to convert on 4th for now a fresh set of downs here. 1st and 10.
Davis now. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Back to throw. Davis. Being chased out left, and the pressure gets to him again.
Chris Rumph in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Davis now from the gun on 3rd down. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Jordan. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Now Davis throwing on 1st down. And his throw here's incomplete.
Ooh, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
To throw again on 2nd down. Davis, throw left side, complete to Scott. And he goes down at the 26. A pickup of 13, and that last play began at the 13. 1st down. Throw left side, complete. That's Scott. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play.
And these two hooked up on a nice game to play before, and I always admire play callers that see a play that works and go right back to it, so they went right back to him. The reward, they're set up with 1st and goal.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this heads straight to the sideline. I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, they won't. Here comes the flag.
We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
Back to throw again.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
There defensively,
Now the question is obvious. Do you try to kick the field goal right here knowing that you need 2 scores? I would be thinking about it if I were on that sideline. Get the field goal now, try and get the touchdown later.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And that will be incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Field goal unit and Brian Johnson out there.
This to get it back to a 1-score game.
And Johnson's kick is good.
And that'll make this an 8-point game. So he remains perfect at 3 for 3 in the field goal department.
And it's so important for any offense to have an ace like him up their sleeve, isn't it? Because now you know what his range is, and as soon as your offense gets there, you're pretty much counting on 3 points going up on the board.
So now the possession will begin at the 35 after the errant kickoff.
Well, that's certainly one way to avoid a dangerous kick returner, I suppose, but you are giving up extra yardage, that's for sure, because if you put it out of the end zone, they start at the 25, so at a minimum, you're giving up 10 yards to the offense.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock.
Here we go.
Victory formation time for the Chargers. They take a knee.
Okay, ready?
Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making a